Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And taken right at the 35. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking downfield for Pollard. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 3rd down, Penny. Eagles first down as they're able to convert. They'll run it again with Penny. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Running left, it's Penny. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. On the counter, it's Gainwell. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Hurts to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
This is taken around the 12. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He's going to air one out. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline. Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game. taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Elliott going on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin first and... All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Yeah, he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The Eagles at 6-2 to start play. They come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing pretty well. 6 wins in 8 prior to that defeat.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, Swift. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Swift going to try up the middle. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Great, set.
Here's Swift. And a decent game there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Swift will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2nd and 10. Prescott down. And that's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
You kind of nailed it pretty well, you know? He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage here on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession. But the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he's got it down to the 28. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against the defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Lamb will go in motion. A second down throw for Prescott. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Touching time here for those types of throws. Either just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Prescott. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken a third-quarter lead. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back in your salad days in Evansville.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It's 2 there. And it's 3rd down. The line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give to Pollard running left. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Taken down at the 14-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 9. Off the play fake, Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that snap is a defensive play he just made. A one-possession game, kept it exactly that.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Prescott. That's to Schoonmaker, the tight end. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of a touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Right back to Swift again on second down. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Once again, it's Swift. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Hurts going to get this to his running back, Swift. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Third and 8. Throwing is Hurts. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and a couple. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first down, Hurts. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. From 21 yards away. And the Eagles have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. Hurts will throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them
get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Here we go. This is 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. The kick by Elliott is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This is 1st and 10. Now Dak. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get the lead up to 4. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
They come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD's second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Philadelphia, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the